Hard jerkbaits is where it's at when you're trying to locate winter and pre-spawn bass off of points. I'm Justin Rackley with Mystery Tackle Box. I'm going to give you some tips on fishing these jerkbaits in the early season. One of the things I like to look for when I'm going out looking for fish early in the season, that water temperature is in the low 50s. Jerkbaits can be really good when the water's in the 40s as well, but that pre-spawn time when the water's in the 50s, really before it gets to 60 degrees, that's when the jerkbait really shines, when those fish are starting to move up in the shallows. They're a little lethargic. They maybe won't hit a spinnerbait or a chatterbait, but this bait pauses enough to where it gives them enough time to go over there and grab it. Some of the areas I like to look for are main lake and secondary points, and even little flat areas going into spawning regions. A lot of times fish will suspend off of these main lake and secondary points, and it can be difficult to get the right retrieve on a bait that sinks to get it right in front of their face. The nice thing about a jerkbait is you get one that runs to the particular depth where you think the fish are going to be hanging at, suspending at, and you can work it through that depth consistently. The gear you want to get for fishing jerkbaits, you want to fish fluorocarbon. Fluorocarbon sinks. It helps keep that bait kind of nose down, slightly nose down, or quartered down. Monofilament floats, so it's gonna make your front of your bait float up a little bit, so that's not what you want. I like to fish it on 10 to 12 pound fluorocarbon line. I feel like that's perfect. Most jerkbaits are pretty light. You get some that have some decent weight transfer systems, but a lot of them are pretty light. So throwing it on that lighter line and a medium power rod is gonna be the right rod. Cadence is key with a jerkbait. So when you're throwing the jerkbait out, you want to try to experiment with different cadences. I like to start with a jerk pause, maybe 2 seconds. If that doesn't work, I might go to 4 seconds. It's a little bit colder. And then I'll start experimenting from there. I'll jerk, pause, slow it down, or get more erratic until you start getting bites. Follow these tips to catch more giants on suspended jerkbaits in the pre-spawn. I'm Justin, thanks for visiting the MTB channel. We'll see you on the next video.